And so, what's interesting about that list is always great. As you point out, it's 1,000 chemicals now. And I actually look for these sometimes. So, if you're in the airport, you'll see it's just a little trinket, something will be a warning, cancer or reproductive harm. Or you go in an elevator or a restaurant in California, there'll be a sign on the door that says warning, cancer, reproductive harm. And, maybe there's an understanding, at least with California consumers, of what that means, but not everybody gets that, understands that. And so when these products, it's hard to separate it out. They may go to other parts of the country, these warnings, and be alarming to consumers to see that. But that's the way the California law is structured. Brands obviously have to comply with that. And so we're not going to go through, don't worry, we're not going to go through 1,000 chemicals right now. But how about a quick round where I'll throw a couple chemicals to you and you tell me the level of concern you have for the footwear industry right now, what you think about them. So what about vinyl acetate with Prop 65 now? Is that a big concern? Is that less of a concern for the industry?
I think I would say definitely there should be some concern because, and again, this is the Prop 65. The way it works is essentially, as you said, it's not a restriction. It's a, in quote unquote, it's a right to know requirement, right? So essentially, you need to label, right? And so there are all some of these low hanging fruits of leads and phthalates, and now in many instances, Chrome 6 and so on and so forth. So that's majority of the enforcement. And then every year there's a new flavor that comes in, whether that's, Chrome 6, BPA, BPS, and it could be vinyl acetate. The key is in terms of it's used quite a bit in the footwear supply chain, right? So essentially, anytime you have all these foams and in many cases also coatings, adhesives and so on and so forth, you will see the use of vinyl acetate based material, right? So the EVA foam, PEVA, and all of those things. So its prevalence is there. So the potential is there. Now, the key part is going to be at what thresholds are they present? And is that something that, the plaintiff's attorneys essentially pick up and say, at this point, we feel that this is a good enough case where we will just take these products and take it for a 60-day notice and through the whole Prop 65 process. So I think that's going to be the key question in terms of, because there is also not a safe harbor level. So there is no way to I know OEA is I think working on that to create that. But I think up until that, it's always going to be a little bit of challenge.